A life can end without leaving clarity behind. What remains is surface, gesture, absence. In Van Gogh's final days, vision did not collapse into darkness. It tightened, sharpened, slowed. A wound appears, yet its logic resists habit. Hands remain unmarked. Distance intrudes where intimacy should exist. Objects vanish from the field as if never meant to testify. What does an ending look like when perception refuses confession? And how does silence persist where explanation insists? The silence around the final wound. Violence is assumed, yet material evidence remains restrained. Van Gogh's late paintings compress space until distance becomes psychological rather than physical. Strokes do not erupt, they anchor. Pigment thickens, yet direction stays controlled, calibrated, resistant to collapse. This discipline matters because a body, like a canvas, obeys physical laws before narratives intervene. Ballistics do not speculate. They read residue, trajectory, dispersion. A discharge close to flesh inscribes itself unmistakably on skin, on hands, on fabric. Here, nothing registers. No scorched surface, no particulate memory. The wound enters from elsewhere, measured rather than intimate. Structure persists where impulse is expected. The angle implies separation. The distance denies immediacy. Even the missing tools, the absent pistol, the vanished easel, suggest a scene without witnesses, not a confession without doubt. Van Gogh's vision was not chaotic. It was corrective. He painted to stabilize sensation, not abandon it. The body, like the brush, follows intention before collapse. What remains invisible often governs what is believed. A cultural story persists even when perception resists it. Modern myth prefers singular endings. A solitary figure, a decisive act. Yet Van Gogh occupied a different temporal position, between endurance and uncertainty. He stood within tradition while resisting its moral conclusions. His letters speak of fatigue, never erasure. His paintings sustain rhythm, not rupture. Meaning for him emerged through continuity, not termination. To accept perception as stance is to refuse theatrical finality. Context does not accuse, it reframes. A wound can occur without intention. An ending can remain structurally open. Recent forensic reasoning does not rewrite history. It suspends it. It replaces narrative certainty with evidentiary humility. Here, perception becomes ethical. It asks not what should be believed, but what can be responsibly seen. Van Gogh's position was never outside time. He worked against simplification, against closure disguised as empathy. Meaning, in this light, does not conclude. It holds. Unresolved perception resists inheritance. When perception matures, certainty loosens. The question surrounding Van Gogh's final moment does not demand verdict. It demands precision. Hands without residue, distance without intent, objects absent where memory insists. Perhaps the final act was not expression, but interruption. Not declaration, but intrusion. Perception does not accuse. It waits. What if the most faithful way to see Van Gogh is to allow his ending the same openness his vision required? Not solved, not sealed, still working within us. If this way of seeing resonates, other essays on this channel remain open to you. They do not answer, they accompany. Each returns to vision as an inner discipline rather than a conclusion. You may continue wherever perception feels unfinished.